section, we'll be talking still under our DOM manipulation. So in this section, we'll be talking about creating of elements. It's also a method, element without create element methods. So now I won't be creating some lot of things within this. So now in JavaScript, you can create elements, modify and add elements dynamically using the DOM. So we have some elements just like create an element. So let's start with our JavaScript first. So I want to create an element now. Then I want the element. So it has the syntax of okay, something like let's the name of the element you want to create. This is just like a class name. The class name, then equals to what? Document dot what? Dot create element then within this you have any tag name you want to create. So now I want to create a div, then I'll do what? Div. I've created the div, then I'll come within this case console.log. Then what am I logging? I will log elements. So let's go live. So can you see it? Automatically I've created a div. Within my JavaScript file. I was able to create a div. So it is not showing on the browser on our normal page. Why? Because we've not appended it. So now, but we will try appending it now. So within our let's make our div to take some content. Then I'll do what? I'll do what? Elements dot what? Dot test content. Don't forget test content equals what? Hello world. Then let's see. Can you see it? Automatically our div is taking what? Hello world. So it's not hard. So let's try. Now let's view it on our browser. Let's view it on the browser. Now we want to view it on the browser. Then I'll just do what? There's something we call append child. Append child allows us to do what? Allows us to display new elements on the browser. It helps us to display our element on the browser. And how does append child work? Append child works like this. Very simple. Now let's create. Do we need to create? I will do that one later. So let's make use of the body. We want to append our container, our div inside this body here now. Then we can just do what? Document dot body dot what? Dot append. Then append child. So what are we appending? I want to append what is it called? Div. Then I will just put what? Div here. Then exit. So we're having an error. Div is not defined. So let's try putting elements here. Elements. So show. So automatically we're having it on our browser. So if you click on this now, it will just show you the elements we're having, all this stuff, blah blah blah. So that's how to append. I've automatically append it. So can you see now? I didn't come within this place now, within my HTML file, and start creating something, then putting it. So no. So if I don't want to make use of the body, I can make use of just simple thing. Let me just create a container. Then I'm having this. So I want to create a button within this container now. Then I can just do what? So this append child, it is used to append just only one element. We also have another one that appends very large elements. So now let's do something like I want to append what I want to append the button. I will create a new button and append it within this space. So I will do what? I will do let's container. Okay, we give it a class name. Let's change it to ID. I will change that to ID. So it will be what? Document.get element by ID by its ID. Then within the ID, what are we giving it? We are giving it container. So we give it container. So now I want to create a new button, then I'll just do let's new button. Okay, let me just use btn. Let's btn equals to what? Let's btn equals to document.create element. Then this, which element am I creating? I'm creating a button. Then I'm putting the button within this place. So I have the button. So what did I want the button to do? New button. Okay, btn rather. Btn equals to what? Test content equals to what? What am I going? What do I want the button to display? Click me. Automatically, we won't be seeing it on the browser yet. Then I'll do what? I want to give it a class name. New button. How am I using new button? btn dot what? Class name equals to what? Equals, let's give it btn now. So I can automatically give it a class name of btnx or city. Call to action city. Then I will just come to this place. Now I want to append it. I want to append this button now into this container. Automatically, this one is already within our body. We've already created it within our body. So we don't need to append our body anymore. So the only thing we need to append, since this is in our HTML file, so automatically it is already there. Had it been you don't have this within our HTML file, so we have to append this into the body. That's why we did the first one, like document the body.append child, because this element here now is not within our body, but this one in particular is within the body. So we will do what? Container dot what? Append child. Then I'll do what? I'll do this. Then what am I appending? btn. Then let's see. Okay, let's start our btn. Let's start our btn a little bit. btn dot style. btn the style dot background color equals to what? Let's give it going. Okay. So let's do another one. btn dot style dot what? Dot padding equals to what? Let's give it 20px. You know how it will look like now. So let's do another one. btn. Okay. Stop. btn dot what? Dot style dot what? So we want to give it, what should you give it now? We've given it background color, given it padding. Then let's give it, what was it called? Width dot width equals to what? Let's give it 20px will be too small. Let's give it 100px so we can see what we are doing actually. So btn dot style again, dot style dot width. So we're not using width anymore. So let's do dot border radius. Then I'll give it what was it called? I can give it, okay, 10px. So let's see. This is the button. So automatically, we've created the button within our JavaScript file. So this is the button we created. This is the text content that we give to it. And can you see the style we give to it? It is working effectively. So that's that about create element. So this append child now, we can use it to append more than a child. It can take more than one child. So if you are trying to like, okay, let me look for a critical example. Okay, okay, let's do something like this now. Let's do something like okay, 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 okay. Let's create another container. Okay, let's container two. Let me use cont. Let me use the equals to what document dot what create element. Document dot create element. Then what are we creating? I want to create a div. Then within this div, I want to create another what? I want to create, let's say test. Let's test equals to what? Document dot create document dot what? Dot create element. So what element am I creating? I'm creating h1. So now I will do what? Test content equals to what? Equals hello world. Hello world. So now I want to append this test inside this container now. Then I'll do what? Let's okay, con dot what? Con dot append child. Con dot append child. Then I can do what? I'll give it what? Tests. So now, what if I'm trying to create more than one what's it called? More than one text. So I can just do let's test two equals to what? Equals documents dot create elements. Then I'll give it another one, maybe h2, h1 also. Then I will just do test2 dot what? Test2 dot test content equals what? Equals, what are we giving it? Let's give it, okay, we give it the first one, hello world. Hello world, I'm a web developer. Now, so automatically I've append this first one. So I want to append the second one now. It's very simple, it's still a child. Then it will be what? Con dot append child. Append child. Then what am I putting? Test2. It will be test2. Then now I'm having more than one element now that I want to append. So it's very simple. How do I make these elements show on the browser since I'm appending more than one element? So the only thing I just have to do is document dot what dot get document dot what dot body document dot body dot what append. So what does append do? Append takes a lot of what? It takes a lot of elements, not a single child. It allows us to it allows multiple elements within it. So just this one is child. This one can only take one. But these are the sound child. But append takes a lot of elements. So what are we appending? I'm appending con. Then let's start our con also. I can now come here and do what? Con dot what? Dot style. Dot what? The background color equals to what? Red. Then let's see. Can you see it? Automatically it is showing on the browser. So that's the difference between append child and append. Append child only append a single element, while append allows us to do what? To put multiple elements within it. So that's that. So which other one have we not talked about? I think that's all about creating elements. So now sharply let's do some quick example. So within this example now, I will create a form validation using, so this form validation we will now call it, we will be making use of DOM. We'll be using DOM to do or to tackle it a little bit. I think this should even be an assignment, but I won't make it as an assignment. So sharply, let me create a CSS file. Then I'll create style dot what, style dot CSS. Then don't forget, the first thing you should remember, I'm not supposed to be telling you this, but margin 0, padding 0, and box sizing border box. So we want to create a form validator. Then we have this. So this is our what's it called? Our DOM element and how it interacts, how our pen child is create element. So these are everything you need to know about it. So now I want to create a form validator. Then let's do something like, okay, I'll get a div.container. If I don't want to start creating all these elements within my body, I can just go within my DOM and start creating it. It is very, very, very simple. The only thing I just have to do is just to append it. And I know this container is the mother, Abby. Then every other element I want to be creating, I'll be creating it within the element. But I don't want to share those. Then let's do something very unique. So I'll create my h2, then register the register form, then I'll put my form tag. So I'll give this one a class of container. Then I'll give this form ID of, let's say, ID of let's say form also, form, or let's give it a registration form. Register form. So within this, I'll be creating divs. Okay, I'll be creating label. So label for what are we labeling for? Username. So I'll put username here. Username. Then input. Then what type of input? Text. I'll give it an ID of what? Username. ID of username. Then I'll create a div, response div. I'll give it class of what? Error. Class, error or response. Then I'll give it add ID of username error. Username error. So I will continue like that. Let me just copy and paste. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So just have to change this to, just have to change this from username. What's the next one? Let's give it email. So this one will be what? Email. So email was email error. Email error. So the next one, what was the next one? Password. I mean, Control V. Password. Password. Then I'll change this one to password. Password. This also will be password. and password error. Password error. Password error. So let's do for confirm password also. Confirm password. So the one for confirm password, you will just have to put label confirm password. Confirm password. This one confirm password. This one also will be what? Confirm password. Confirm password error. Confirm password error. Then I'll put a button of what? Type. Okay, let's leave it type submit. Then register. So automatically we've created it. Then let's style it. Style.css. Let's quickly do some styling. Then I'll do what? Dot container. I'm supposed to be going through all these choice. Width of 300 px. But then I will set my margin 50 px, margin top and bottom. Then left and right to be what? Auto. Then padding of what? 20 px. Padding of 20 px. Border. My border width 1 px. Border type solid. And border color should be what? Let's give it border color. Let's make use of this color. Then what other one? Border radius. Let's give it 10 px. And let's do something called box shadow also. Box shadow. We have top 2 px, right 2 px, bottom 10 px. Okay, I think left and right, this top, this bottom. Then the color RGB, then 0. This should be 0. This should be 0. And this should be 0.1. So automatically we've created this. So I want to style all the inputs. The inputs I'm having, all the inputs should take the same styling. So this should not be something new to us. Then width of 100%. Width of 100%. We have padding of 8 px. Let's do 10 px. Then we have border style 1 px. Solid. Let's make use of, let's say, white. No, white is common. Let's make use of that same color that we used before. So we have border radius of 5 px. So automatically we've styled. So let's style the dot error also. Dot error. Do you remember to give this? Okay. Dot error. So color should be what? Red. Font size. You can simply style this from our what is it called? We can style it from our JavaScript, but let's cut our stress short. So let's style button also. Button. So our button should be taking the same styling as this. Control C, Control V. So the only thing is background color. Background color should be what? Let's give it background color of blue. Then with 100%, padding, background color, border none. So let's do button whenever you run our button over, button over. Then I'll do a background color dark blue. So let's do something again. So let's see what we're having first. Can you see it? This is what we're having. So let's make it more useful. So I can just do what? Body width 100%, 100%, height 100 vh, then display what? Display flex, justify complete, center, align maintain. So we have this. So we did not link our style. We did not link our CSS. So we have this. Then our label display block margin button and get. Our button, let's change it from 100 years to 100%. So we're having this now. So input margin button and px. So now we're having this form here. So what's the next thing we want to do? The next thing we want to do now is we want to tackle it. Whenever you are putting something in this place and it is not what you want it to be, it should just signify under this page. You signify on the error that we created. So this error, let's give it margin bottom also. Margin bottom, then px. So we have this. Now let's go to our JavaScript. Let's manipulate it. Let's manipulate. So the first one we want to tackle now is we want to tackle the register form. We'll be starting from register form. We don't have issue with the container and register and H2 rather. So we want to tackle the register form. So we give it the idea of what? Document what? Okay. Document dot get element by ID. Then we have this register. Let me just copy this. Register form. Control C. Then I'll paste it within this place. Take document get element by ID. So I want to do something called add event listener. It is an event. Then add event listener. I'll be explaining a lot of events in this place. So it is a method. This is also a method. So it helps us add like what was it called? According to this thing, add event listener. It is listening to what register form. Everything that is happening on register form, it is listening to it. So we are just adding an event listener to our register form, whereby everything or anything we are doing on our register form, this method is doing what? Is listening to it, is paying attention to it. So let's do it. Then within this place, I will create two parameters. Submit. This is an event submit. So function event so I'm having this. So what am I doing? Event dot what? Prevent default. So you should just prevent form submission so that whenever we click on submit on that form, it's not submitting it. So we just want to check some things. So let's do something. Let's is valid to what? To be true. Now we want to get our form values. Our form values. The first one we created was what? Did we give it an ID? Okay, we give everything an ID. Username equals to what? Document.get element by ID. Get element by ID what? Username. Then dot value. So we want to target the value you are inputting. That's what we want to target now. So anything you put within that your username input tag, this is what is targeting it. The value is what will make it respond. So it will just be like what the value it is getting. So this is the value your JavaScript will be checking. Anything you input there, your JavaScript will be checking it. So let's make it our string method. So now any white space we're having within that space, we don't want it, then I'll put .trim .value then .string. So that's the method. So let's do it for the second one also. Email. I will just copy this then change whatever I want to change. So this email. We're having email also. So the next one also password and confirm password. So I'll just have to change this to what? Password. And okay. So we have confirm password also. Confirm password. We have confirm password. Then within this place, I will change it to confirm password also. Confirm password. So now we'll be using .trim also. So now, can you see it? We are still within this function. Don't forget, we are still working within this function event. So this event that is happening us do what? It is taking a function like we assign a value to it. So it is the function that we are trying to work on now. So now I want to clear previous error. Document to get element by ID, username error. Okay, username error. Username error. Dot test content. So if the error is what? You don't want it to display anything. Equals to what? Empty string. So it will just make it what? An empty string. So an empty string is also a false value because it does not take the value is not positive value. It is a negative value. So automatically any negative value is a positive value. So just change this one to what? Email error. Email error. So the next one also password error. Password error. We have the last one, confirm password error. Confirm password error. So now, what are we doing now again? Confirm, how is it showing this? Okay, I think we're still on the right track. So now, let's do validation now. We want to do username validation. Username, okay, username validation. If in this place now, if what username strictly equals to what? Username strictly equals to empty string. So what are we doing? What do you want us to do? Then you should just do what? Document.getElement by ID. It should just display an error for us. It should display an error. Username what? Username error. Let me copy this. Username error. So what do you want it to say? Tell us. Dot test content. What do you want it to be? Username is required, Abi. So this. So let's check for the other one, email. So let's just okay. I think email has a pattern. Let's email pattern. Email pattern. So our email can take a lot of property. So we have this, and this from this place. Then all these signs, blah blah blah, sha. So we can take a lot of signs. Let's just say email pattern. Let me just put a little sign. Then this. Okay, email pattern. Let me just remove this. The stress will be too much. So let's just do if email not strictly equals to empty string, then it should also tell us what document dot get element by ID. Document dot get element by ID. So what are we doing? This thing launcher. Okay. Document dot get element by ID. So email error. Email error. So we just change this one to what email is required. So we have the password. So let's do for password also. So I'll do if password dot length If password dot length less than 6, then what should they do? She just tell us password no okay, password must be at least 6 characters. And we have the other one. Okay, it's valid. This is how we make it of the valid. Valid equals what? False. So automatically it's not valid. So now let's change. We want to check for what's it called now? The if password, confirm password, not strictly equals to password. So what should they do? She just tell us password will not match. Come on. So this place too is valid, also will be false. So now if all fields are valid, if all fields are not valid, what should we do? If it's valid, alert form submitted successfully. Document dot get element by ID register form. Register form dot reset. So this one will just reset the form. So let's try. Now, is it giving us error? No. Okay, let's leave this present. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this one set is up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Example. Document is not defined as line 14. What's happening at line 14? Document dot get elements by ID username error dot dot value dot test contents running more. All this error will make us feel like we don't know what we are doing. So we're having this. So we have to like address this error, then let's check again. So document is not defined also at 9:14. What was happening to our document at 9:14? We did what? Okay, let's check again. Register form, element by ID, that's our registration form. Then we add event listing. Let's check if we add our this thing, our script. Okay, our script is added. So we have submit function events. So what else? Event default to prevent submission. Let invalid equals to true. Then we get form values. Our form values. Then we did what? Let username equals to document or get element by ID. Username. Do we get the ID? Okay, ID, username. So which other one? Email. Do we get the email? Okay. Password. Then confirm password. Let's copy this. Confirm password dot value dot stream. Then this one now, it will clear the previous. Okay, can you see a lot of errors? Now let's check again. Okay, 9:16 here again. What was happening at 9:16? Document just get made by ID. Then we're setting our username error dot text context to be what? Empty string. Text content. Just copying this up.